Welcome, friends and family out there. Welcome to your Friday afternoon connectivity meditation. How's everyone doing today? If you are watching this anytime in the future, please do say hello in the comments below to claim your place. And be sure also to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications. Welcome to Marlene. You are stalwart in your practice. How has it been for you? Have you been experiencing some positive results as a result of keeping up with this practice? Because you have been out there pretty much every day. Good for you. Hi, Carrie and Jessica. Happy to see you all out there. Wowzers. Welcome, Stefan. Am I saying your name right? I hope so. So, hi, Leanne. Yay. All of our regulars and some new ones. It's good to feel your energies. Good. That's so good to hear, Marlene. It's good for all of us. I'm certain of that. Especially when you do the work. So I know for some people it can be more of an entertainment, but I feel that you are all really doing the work, like you're really following along and feeling it in your body and maybe hopefully taking on a lot of these practices. So today's thoughts and meditation will be on clearing out and efficiency, something that we all can work on. So a few days back, maybe it was 2 days ago, we focused on letting go, and we did a meditation on letting go of that resistance that we feel in our body. And so today's meditation will be digging a little deeper into that idea and bringing it more into practical sense in our life and how that actually relates to our emotions and the way we view our life and the way we process our life and our relationships. So I'd love to hear how's that for you right now? How's efficiency in your life? How's the clearing out? How are your drawers, your closets, your rooms? Are they cluttered? Do you have a lot of stuff that you haven't looked at or used? Old pictures, old emails, all that kind of stuff, like that you just holding on to, almost not quite hoarding, but just holding on to it for some reason. And maybe one day you'll look back at it. I'm curious if any of you want to share what does that look like for you right now in your life? Because this is something that I'm focusing on right now. And so I thought I would share this as part of our experience together. Clearing it all out, clearing the clutter and creating more streamlined efficiency in our life. So let us begin with our 6 beautiful breaths. So sitting nice and tall, connecting with the earth energy. And let's just close our eyes gently, lengthening upward through the crown of the head as we reach and connect with our source connection, tuning into that source connection, tuning in also to the earth energies, those grounding energies below us. Taking a moment and a breath, a nice full breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth as you settle into your space and into our space together. Remembering that with each breath, we are energetically walking forward, stepping forward into our connectivity circle. Whether you are here present now, in this now moment, or any now moment in the future, you are with us in this connectivity space. So let's take a moment to notice how we've shown up here in our space. Beginning with the physical, noticing the inner body as you connect inward. What does the body feel like? Is there a heaviness? Is there a lightness? Are there many sensations, one particular sensation standing out for you? Just simply noticing. And always remembering that as we turn our attention to ourself, to be mindful of judgment and critique, allowing whatever is there to be there because it is there, so we're not resisting it, allowing it to arise, turning attention to the mind and the emotions, noticing the thoughts, noticing the activity of the mind. Is it busy? Is it calm? Is it sluggish? Is it flowing like water or more like molasses or somewhere in between? Taking a moment to gaze upon yourself as a whole being, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all levels of self. With kindness and compassion, allowing a sense of receptivity and acceptance of exactly how you've shown up and what is happening for you today. We'll begin our smooth breaths. For today's breathing, think about the most perfect and beautiful rose, whatever color you love, kissed by the rain, fresh rain, fragrant, and just holding that rose to your nose. And with each inhale, we're going to inhale that beautiful fragrance of the rose. Inhaling, filling. Full expansion at the top of the breath. And as you exhale through the nose, lengthen and deepen that exhalation, emptying the lungs. And continue breathing in that beautiful fragrance right to the top of the breath. And exhaling through the nose slowly and smoothly. Continuing. Inhaling right to the top of the breath, noticing that fragrance. Expanding at the top of the breath and emptying slowly through the nose. Continuing. With each breath, stepping into the circle a little more closely as we begin to feel and sense one another. Letting go of tension, letting go of worry, anxiety, and all else that you wish to release. Continuing the breath, inhaling that beautiful fragrance, expanding, and slowly emptying through the nose. Let's take 2 more cycles. Full expansion. And emptying through the nose, nice long breath. Stepping forward. Last one. Full expansion and emptying, slowly, slowly, slowly letting go. Taking a moment to notice anything that has arisen for you. Maybe there's a sense of calm, a sense of connection, just simply noticing whatever there is. This morning, after my morning meditation, I recalled a story, and that's what led me to where we are right now. I recalled one of my first Vipassana 10-day meditation retreats, maybe the second or third, and there was a gentleman who came in to the meditation hall, and the way he walked, he was a very tall, stately gentleman, and the way he walked was just so smooth. You could tell that his mind was balanced in the way that he was walking. He had a perfectly folded shawl for his meditation, and he was carrying his meditation cushion with him. And he sat down. Actually, before he sat down, he carefully placed his meditation cushion down, smoothed it out, and then he placed his shawl around the cushion so that when he sat down, he was able to just place it, over his shoulders and allow it to sit. And then he sat down slowly and carefully with control. He didn't kind of like fall into his seat. And I just remember thinking, wow, like you can really see that this person is balanced and focused, like right from the beginning of the retreat. Everyone else was kind of like shuffling along and looking around and looking a little nervous. Mostly everyone else, I shouldn't say everyone else. And that was the general feel, was that a lot of new meditators were coming in and they were unsure, and their mind was just, you could tell that their mind was unbalanced. And they would just kind of like fumble around with their cushion and fumble around with their shawl, and fumbling around with the way they were sitting and everything. There was a lot of fidgeting. And it just made me think, when you start streamlining your mind, everything else begins to become streamlined as well, right? Your life, everything you do, pretty much. You really can't, or you're not as easily able to tolerate disarray or discombobulation. There's a word, right? So I think that this is an interesting idea to explore for all of us today, how these things really affect our mind and vice versa. So as we begin to release the old, we start to act and react to one current or one mighty flow instead of all these different currents that are coming in. Someone else's issues, this mess that you haven't cleaned up, this laundry that's piling up, this drawer that's a mess. Every time you open it up, you think, oh, one of these days I got to clean it up. And how many of these things shift and change our equilibrium or our equanimity? Now, for those of you who did the equanimity meditation, you'll know that word, balance of mind. And when we react to these things, our attention is being continuously drawn to different things all the time. And so how can we hop into that current of the mighty flow, which is our life and which is our path? So if we think about having one path or one flow, if you think of a river flowing, right? it's all flowing in one direction. It doesn't kind of go sideways every now and then or backwards. It always flows in that one direction. And so bringing this streamline into our life is so powerful. Thinking for a moment about right now, at this point in your life, what is your attention constantly being drawn to? Is it scattered on all these different things throughout the day? And what truly requires our attention? What is it that's really, really important that requires our full attention? And what is our intention for our attention? That's a good question, right? What is our intention for our attention? Maybe at the start of each day, thinking about what is my intention for today? How can I streamline my day so that I'm hopping into that mighty flow and I'm flowing with it instead of against it? How can we more quickly identify our priorities and not get lost into various different indulgences and emotions and ups and downs and losing time on frivolous things? You know, how often do we lose time on the internet going here and going there, and then the phone rings and someone brings our attention somewhere else? And so how can we maintain that flow? Is there procrastination? That's a big one, right? I'll probably do a video on procrastination, where we may be focusing on things that are of lesser importance than more important things that are kind of left by the wayside. There are some days where you look back and you go, damn, I really should have done that, but I ended up doing this for 3 hours. Thinking about how much time is perhaps not wasted, but lost. And time can never really be recouped. It's gone. That time is no longer with us. Are you being pulled into someone else's seemingly more important activities and leaving yours to wait? This is often a very feminine quality. We're often pulled from here to there. We're somewhat passive in that way. So really taking control of what it is we want to be doing, where it is we want to be going, and how can we clean out the clutter so that we can be streamlined. So standing firmly in our own pathway, standing firm and not allowing anyone or anything to derail us from what is most important in our own well-being. What is our well-being? What does that mean to you? Remembering the only opinion that really matters is your own. So these words that I'm using are relating to you in the way that you relate to yourself, not the way that I relate to myself. In terms of the efficiency and the purity of what is real and true for you and what your needs are, resting in the place where you are able to navigate your own truth, not choosing activities that are not resonating, right? The activities that we choose become part of our being. So what are your true priorities, and how can we readjust those so that they are in alignment with that mighty flow? Clean up and clear out. So what kind of things can we clear out? So before we get into that, we're going to come into our meditative state. So sitting up nice and tall, connecting through the crown of the head, closing your eyes, turning to yourself with all those ideas that I just kind of threw out there. Seeing how you can organize those ideas in your own body. Where do you feel them? What resonated with you? What stood out for you? Taking a deep breath into that awareness. As you settle into the awareness of your physical body, Thinking about old or unused items, old files, old photos, emails, phone messages, or any messages, our old contacts, old books, old papers, material items from the past, items that are no longer needed, and allowing yourself to get a sense for those things, what might be able to be cleared out to streamline your flow. How does that make you feel in your body when you think about doing that? What arises in your mind? What emotions arise? Being with those emotions in full awareness. Allowing yourself to be light and lighter and open so that you may respond in a way when the time comes that is required, when the need for change arrives. And the need for change arrives every moment. So when the need for change arrives, which is now, how can you be light? What can you do to make yourself lighter, to lighten your load? Those heavy baggages that are on your back that you've been carrying for years or decades. How can we lighten that load? Allowing yourself to be pure and true, remembering that you are not those items. You are a unique being. Allowing that uniqueness and purity to shine through as it is, as you begin to release and relieve yourself of this weightiness, this heaviness in every moment, in every day, remaining true to who you really are as a person, as an individual, releasing attachments and those hooks that prevent us from moving forward to where we need to go, to finding our next step, and allowing that to be revealed to us through this process of lightening our load. Breathing into that awareness. Bringing your palms together at heart center. Feeling your connection to earth, connection to soft belly, soft, open, receptive heart. And let's take a moment to share all of our good vibrations with someone special in your life. sharing with metta, with loving kindness, emitting those high vibrations from our connectivity group outward to all who need it right now, to all living beings, to all sentient beings. And let's bow to the divine light that shines from each one of us, connecting us as one. Namaste. And thank you to each of you for being here and for sharing in that experience and for always sharing in that experience with us. And for those of you who are out there who haven't yet claimed your place, if you can see the chat, I see 9. I think we had 4 or 5 claim the place. Please do say hello, step forward, and let's see you. Let's see you. You are important. And hopefully we can bring some of those ideas into our life and into our practice. Sending lots and lots of love to each of you. And if you are out there right now and you're not able to see the chat, you can leave a comment as well, or you can send me a message and I'll help you for next time. But it's great to see 9. Fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. And I hope to see you later or tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow for the Mukti Yoga class at 10:45. And the meditation tomorrow will be at 12:15. So it'll be a little later than usual tomorrow. Thank you, ladies. So great to see you out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Friday. We'll see you next time. Big love. Big hugs. You're so welcome. We'll see you soon.